Good evening, visitor. Come on in. I'm Taleshunter, and welcome to my Trophyroom. This is where I keep all of the best tales and stories I've encountered over the years. Since this is probably your first visit, I thought I would show you Next to Nothing. A fitting name, as this is one of the smallest pieces in my collection. It is nothing but sheer luck that I ran into this creature while wandering through the gardens of YouTube. Machinima is not a popular genre these days, so it can be hard to find them. Had I not been spending my time looking through the flowers of Zeo's YouTube channel, I would never have seen it emerge. It was created by a team calling themselves Geeks Actively Making Entertainment, or GAME for short, consisting of the YouTubers Zeo, Tall and Spen, with guest acting from the gaming channel Pixelless Gaming. Next to Nothing is not fully grown yet, barely more than a season old, but with a lot of great promises for the future. It consists of 9 fully grown episodes of about 10 minutes length, and a lot of bonus material. Now, 10 minutes episodes is a fairly common size for tales located in the YouTube garden. But as you may know, these gardens are known more for their variety of personality-based content than of tales and fictional stories. And as we explore more of the stories in my collection, you will undoubtedly notice how other mediums tend to have much longer episodes, or in some cases, chapters. Notice the creature's skin and fur. From the spikes in the conversations to the mini-episodes with their small twists and turns, there is barely a single inch of Next to Nothing that isn't layered with this particular brand of humor and silliness. This humor is one of the few things its creators has been able to bring with them from their former projects, since they are almost completely new in the field of storytelling and machinima. A benefit of this, of course, is that it's not only the story itself you get to see grow and unfold, but also the skills of the people behind it. This does come with a drawback, as the first few episodes can be a little more wonky and hard to follow than the later episodes in the series, but I assure you, it is absolutely worth the wait. Ah, you want to hear about the plot? Let's see. It's about 2 people, Ness and Prick, who are stranded on a desert planet, cut off from both supplies and civilization, and have to work together in order to survive and eventually find their way home. In a way, it's a classic stranded on a deserted island story, but where the island is the whole planet, and as the story unfolds, you will find that it might not be as deserted as it was first implied. Oh my, it appears we may have caught the attention of the spoiler box. Let's try not to attract them any further, shall we? I'll let you in on a little secret. It's not really the plot itself that really makes this story worth your time. One of the most interesting aspects would be the characters, and more importantly, how they relate to one another and grow over the course of the series. As you can see on the back and belly, there are currently 4 major characters in its fur. Let's start with a quick look at Ness, curious, excited type, eager to explore the world and see what lies behind the next corner, and who has quickly developed a fondness for the cacti, kind of like the one you can see popping up around us right now. His bubbly personality may be an acquired taste, one that can easily divide the opinions of people around him. One person who definitely does not like Ness from the get-go would be Prick. Prick is another type entirely. He is tired and frustrated and really just wants to survive and find his way back home. Together they make for the last remaining crew of the ship they arrived in and have to combat their differences to survive the harsh environment. Their relationship is further strained by Ness trying to kill Prick within the first minutes of meeting him. If you look over here, you'll also see the character Robin, an AI designed to help its bearer to survive their way around the new territory they have now found themselves in. She is attached to Ness' suit, and while she has about as much personality as your 3-year-old laptop, the way Ness relates to her makes for some of the most heartfelt moments in the entire series. the last important character, is a little hidden away right now. He is introduced in the middle of the season and makes for a great shift in the character dynamic. I hope you forgive me for not talking about him in more details than that, but I'm afraid it would only serve to catch more of the attention from those nasty little spoiler bugs, and I truly do not want to deal with them more today. I guess we shall use that as an opportunity to talk a little about the world building instead. It is limited how much we have seen so far, but it already has a strong foundation and undertones of powerful people who may or may not have made some terrible decisions, both in form of the decisions made on board the ship resulting in the crash, and possibly the entire reason this mission has started in the first place. On top of this, you'll find that the desert in which the story takes place involves some beautiful and fascinating landscapes, which, to Preg's regret, is something Ness will not hold off from naming and describing in the most amusing manners. The corporate stupidity is further underlined by the miniseries Galactic Hub Call Center, taking place in the same universe, but far from the planet Ness and Preg are stranded on. In these stories, we get to see the peak of horrible customer service, from the viewpoint of many different customers and employees of the Galactic Hub. I think this is all the time I have today, dear visitor, but if you want to, feel free to take a look at Next to Nothing on your own, or check some of the other creations by geeks actively making entertainment. Thank you for listening. I very much look forward to showing you more of my collection.